Once upon a time, in a peaceful forest, trees whispered in the wind, birds sang in the tall branches, and sunlight danced on the ground. Every creature lived happily, each with its own rhythm and pace. Some animals moved fast. Some animals moved slow. But everyone agreed on one thing. The hare was the fastest of all. The hare was famous. He could run faster than the wind. He could jump higher than the bushes. He could cross the field before anyone even blinked. And because he was so fast, he became a little too proud. When he ran, he didn't just run. He liked to show off. He liked everyone to see how great he was. Meanwhile, the tortoise lived quietly. He enjoyed simple things. The warm sun, green leaves, soft grass under his feet. He moved slowly, but he never stopped. He believed in patience and steady steps. One warm morning, the hare hopped along the forest path. He felt energetic and excited, ready to brag again. He saw the tortoise slowly walking toward a berry bush. Step, step, step. Very slow. Very calm. The hare burst out laughing. "Why do you move like that?" he shouted. "At this rate, you'll take all day just to reach those berries." The tortoise didn't look upset. He simply lifted his head and said, "I move at my own pace. Slow, but steady." Steady, the hare laughed harder. "You're the slowest creature in the forest." The tortoise said, "Maybe I am slow. But speed is not everything." The hare pointed his long ears at the sky. He laughed so loudly that even birds flew away. After laughing for a long time, the hare finally said, "Let's race, old friend. I bet I can run circles around you." The tortoise looked thoughtful. Racing was not his talent. But he also knew something important. Success comes from trying, not from being perfect. So he said, "Very well. I accept." All the forest animals gasped. A race? Between the slowest and the fastest? Birds flew from tree to tree, spreading the news. Squirrels ran along branches. Foxes poked their heads out of burrows. Even owls who usually slept during the day opened their eyes. Everyone wanted to see what would happen. The next morning, the forest gathered for the race. A long dirt path stretched through the trees. At one end stood the tortoise. At the other stood the hare, stretching dramatically. A wise old owl raised a wing. "Everyone ready?" it asked. The crowd cheered. The tortoise inhaled slowly. He knew he wasn't fast. But he also knew something important. He never gave up. The hare bounced happily, confident and careless. Race begins in 3, 2, 1. The owl dropped a leaf. Go! The hare shot forward like a lightning bolt. Dust rose behind him. He was gone in seconds. The tortoise took one step. Then another. Then another. The animals watched with surprise. The hare was already halfway down the trail. The tortoise was still near the starting point. But the tortoise didn't feel embarrassed. He didn't feel worried. He simply walked. Step. Step. step, slow, steady, focused. He whispered to himself. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. When the hare looked back, he laughed. The tortoise is so far behind. I can't even see him. He stopped under a tree. A soft breeze brushed his fur. A warm ray of sun touched his face. The grass looked comfortable, soft, perfect for resting. I have so much time, he said. I'll nap for just a moment. He curled up and closed his eyes. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes passed. Then 20. Then an hour. The hare slept deeply, dreaming proudly about winning. Meanwhile, the tortoise kept walking. He didn't rush. He didn't panic. He didn't compare himself to the hare. He simply moved forward. Step. 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 Birds looked down and said, "Wow, the tortoise is still going." Deer stopped and said, "He is slow, but he never stops." Even little ants marching in rows whispered, "Look at his determination." The tortoise passed the berry bush. He passed the tall trees. He passed the bend in the road. Then he saw something surprising. The hare asleep under a tree. But the tortoise didn't speak. He didn't laugh. He just continued walking. After a long nap, the hare suddenly opened his eyes. Oh no! How long did I sleep? He jumped up and looked around. No sign of the tortoise behind him. He smirked. He must still be far back. He ran forward. Fast, confident. But after a short distance, he saw something that made his heart drop. The tortoise was near the finish line. No! 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 The hare cried. He sprinted faster than ever before. Faster than the wind. Faster than his fear. But it wasn't enough. The forest animals cheered as the tortoise crossed the finish line. He didn't run. He didn't jump. He didn't rush. He simply walked across, just like he walked the entire race. The hare arrived only a second later, panting and embarrassed. The owl raised its wing. The winner, it announced, is the tortoise. The crowd exploded with excitement. The hare lowered his head. "I'm sorry," he said. "I was too confident, too proud." The tortoise nodded kindly. "Speed matters sometimes," he said. "But consistency matters more." The owl added, "Success comes not from rushing, but from never giving up." The animals cheered again. The hare and tortoise became good friends after that day. They even trained together. The hare helping with speed. The tortoise teaching patience. The forest learned a wisdom that still lives today. Slow and steady wins the race. But only if you never stop moving.